Hey guys, before the video starts, there's a tournament going on this weekend sponsored by Meta Plays for COH3. So if you want to support COH3, support tournaments, and a new organizer trying to help players around the world show their skills, please check out their channel this Saturday and Sunday as I, Stormless, and many others commentate over some incredible games. So we'll see you then. Thanks for your support and enjoy the video. Hello everyone, I'm Greyshot, and today I'm going over some COH3 info that I completely missed. I'm sure other people covered it. I missed it because at the time I was very sick and I was just trying to recover, but apparently there is a roadmap that goes over details for what to expect from COH3. Now there was a video on this that kind of went over those details, but I'm just going to be kind of going over this specific roadmap. So we can kind of see here, the next update is October. They kind of real quick kind of go over below the previous balance patches, and the last one was in July. So to put in perspective, that's a 3-month period in which there essentially has been, I'm not saying there has been updates, there's been small balance tweaks, some bug fixes, stuff like that. I'm not, again, not discounting any of that stuff, but it is 3 months since, I guess, the last major update. Which, hey, I think at this point, because from just going over the previous updates, well, they have improved the game quite a bit. I feel like it was just like a stop-start mentality. If they're able to really hit the ground running with maybe some of these updates, that could maybe help. But let's get into this, shall we? So, Umber Wasp, that is, and by the way, I do like the design or the work. Reminds me of something like that I would see for like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a kaiju fan, but that actually looks pretty damn cool. But point is, it covers, more importantly, a bunch of different stuff. So, we got ourselves a new 4v4 map, all modes, and I think they want to cover that because the first 4v4 map they announced, it was specifically for AI, and I did a test run against that. I understand why. Again, the two stars on each side, and no, like, it's weird. 5th star, which there's a perfect point for it, kind of makes that game mode just a slog for highly competitive players. Still fun. I had a hell of a time. It reminds me of a stable version of Sittard Summer, but that's just me. All right, a new 4v4, which is like a sandy map, which, hey, I'm all for it because the other maps are, for the most part, in Italy. Because, yeah, or at least that's how the feel I get from them. But there are 4v4 community maps, and again, I will always give a shout out to the amazing community members, modders, all that stuff, who made a bunch of incredible 4v4 maps. The map maker contest I ran, again, we had the winner, which is Oasis Depot. You had Inferno, Traverses I really liked. I really like, what is it? I don't want to say Tobruk. Was it? I think it was. Yeah, Tobruk. Just, was it? There was just a ton of really good 4v4 maps. So hopefully it's on par with those, because again, I think Oasis or Inferno could easily be dropped in to auto match at this point to help. Reworked 1v1. Hey, I know that was a Pacino Fields is something that people are like, the water line. I'm like, that's fair. Again, as someone who's not really a 1v1, I didn't really see the issue, because again, I thought there was enough points, but I understand that just being a general issue. Other, apparently a news feed, which, okay, that's good to know. Just, I guess, constant updates. Then we also have unit responsiveness, unit pathfinding, which I thought they already addressed in the previous one, but I guess they're doing more work on it. Map pathfinding, I guess, to make sure there's no choke points for a lot of units just traversing the map. Selection and unit commands, so again, better ways to, I guess, control your armies. Map pings, okay, so a better way to communicate with your teams, well, maybe without voice communication. And unit abilities, most likely trying to make it more unique. Again, one of the things about COH2 that made it so fascinating was, they did change this a lot. So this is fine in terms of changing it, but making unit abilities that mattered, like a Kubal. You're like, yeah, this is a weak unit, who cares? But the detection makes it absolutely worth it, even late game. So unit abilities, I could see them adjusting to make even better. Apparently late October is more of a balance patch, which, yeah, if they're going to be doing a lot of these additional changes, a new balance patch would work. I feel like what they did previously was actually a great step in the right direction. I feel like, except for maybe the Air Force, most of the stuff in terms of unit on unit battles actually went extremely well. So we'll see. Then nothing in November, which, hey, that's fine, because we have a big, some might say massive drop in December. And I feel like I feel like this is the one where people are gonna be like, wait a second, what's going on here? Because Steel Shepherd brings a 1v1 map. It brings, hallelujah, the replay system with caster HUD. Thank God. So I will be able to officially have solid replays, hopefully not bugged or no issues, but they actually have an official replay system, which will help me, will help with Zany Zap, will help, AE and a bunch of other content creators that constantly will cast normally or cast games in general, because that is a standard hub. And again, hopefully they have a system for map information. They have details on battle groups and all that stuff to make it easy for the viewer to see that stuff, right? Yeah, because right now we have to go through mods, and the mod I'm using is okay at best. It's not great. When you click on an army, you don't know what's going on in the base, or sometimes a unit's being made and it's the opposing faction. So yeah, there's problems with that. Now, this is kind of going into my thought process for this. We got first-time player experience overall, so they're fixing the campaign and tutorial area. Unit animation polished to make it look even better. Unit responsiveness, again, to make that... because I notice sometimes for me, when I click on a retreat, sometimes the unit doesn't, like, it's like a wind-up to retreat. Maybe that's... fixing stuff like that. And then single player balance, I feel like they've been kind of kicking that can down the road, but they've been trying to make sure the single player aspect is better. And there's also an expansion. Now, do I personally think this is going to be an expansion a lot like Ardene's Assault? No. If I had to make an assumption, right? Because they've already covered maps, right? And I don't think this expansion is map-based, right? This isn't going to be a map pack. I think that the most obvious thing is new battle groups. I think that's clearly the most obvious thing to add. I don't think it's a new faction because, I mean, if it is, great, but I feel like what people want is more content per faction, not necessarily a new faction. I would love the Soviets or the Italians or, you know, I don't know, throw in the Romanians. I know it's not in the Mediterranean, but still, just a free French, so, like another faction of an army to just play with in, you know, all the different maps and stuff. But I feel like what people want a little bit more would be, because I feel like a lot of the battle groups right now is you essentially find the meta, you find the one that's most likely that's going to be best for you. It's hard, for at least for me, to, like, on a lot of vacations be like, what should I really go? Should I go this or that? I mean, you can, but it's not as, like, critical as Code 2, where it's like, okay, do I get the heavy tank destroyer and go with that build with the Punch Fusilier, or do I go with possibly Ostrup and just I know they're two different factions, but you just get the headspace. I guess the Sturm Tiger, if you want to go OKW, or Ostrupen versus better Grenadier upgrades, or G43s for your Panzer Grenadiers. Like, there's all these different things that dramatically can affect it. And I'm not saying that the battle groups aren't that, but I feel like there isn't that, like, counter play maybe as much. And adding more battle groups might allow for that, or at least in my opinion. So, the expansion, again, is in December. Again, first thought is battle groups. Again, I don't expect maps. I think it's too early for, like, a single-player expansion. Unless they want to do something small. Maybe more battles in Italy for single-player stuff. But I feel like a lot of people want multiplayer. So I feel like that's what the expansion's going to be. So, then we have in February. So, again, January taken off. Again, enjoy the holiday. Multiplayer and single balance patch, or I guess coming, and tuning updates. So, hopefully that just fixes a lot of the stuff most likely they're adding. If I had to guess, this also lays down further credence that the expansion is going to be battle groups, because there's probably going to be a battle group or two that is not overpowered, but probably overperforming. So then they're going to tweak it in February to make it better. that's what I currently see from this, at least in this roadmap, right? So they're also apparently going to be updating the console version, which is great. They do mention, again, the new 4v4 map is Saucy Wetlands. Okay, and yeah, Pacino Stalemate, sorry, not Fields, Stalemate is the one that they're currently updating. There is, was it Sherman Fields is another 4v4 map. They didn't get to my contest because it was unfinished, but I hear great things about the map, so I need to check that out. But yeah, Steel Shepherd also feature a new 1v1 map. Do they cover anything else that I missed? While veteran players may not benefit directly from these changes, we know these updates will be beneficial for onboarding new players, keeping them with the game. That's fair. Again, I know a lot of competitive players might not like a lot of this stuff, but right now, COH3 needs an influx of players, and I could already see it where it's like, get COH3 this I don't know, Christmas, part of the Steve's winter sale, where it's 25 to 33% off, and then you get like the expansion, which is like $10 or something like that, and it's like all new battle groups associated, and that brings it up to like, instead of what would it be, like $40 if it has if it's 33% off, right around there, if it's 60, so down to 40, $10 up to 50. So whatever the case may be, it would allow for potentially new players coming in. That's what the game needs. It needs a replay system to help promote it. It needs more stability for people to enjoy playing it and enjoy that. It needs more maps so people consistently replay. And essentially, the more people that join and do the 4v4 and 3v3 selections, which again, 3v3 still in the same boat. That also needs some maps. Like, let's not forget about 3v3. But the more stuff you give to those groups, right, the more likely they're to trickle down and be like, maybe I should become better and play 1v1s. And then you actually start seeing the competitive aspect of players grow and then become better and better and better, and they start going up into doing the tournaments that so many other content creators help cover. To be fair, I'm doing meta plays. That's currently going on, but again, it's just something to think about, that if in order for this game to be bigger and to get new players in, you have to open it up. And I feel like them making it easier to understand and allowing more fun with friends allows people to do that. So we'll see how things go. Again, I kind of just want to quickly go over that stuff because I thought it was interesting for the cover of this roadmap. But what do you guys think? Again, I think that as long as they're changing stuff for the better, every update is still a positive. Again, I'm trying to stay positive through this and through the updates. But again, let me know what you think. This has been Greyshot17. I'll see you guys next time. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Big Cooch, Aphyria, Ace, Pyro Shark, Tonybee 95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support in helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.